Woman dies, revealing secrets only high vibrational people understand. Welcome everyone. Thinking about higher realms, it's like being in a really happy place full of love and joy. On the flip side, lower realms are uncomfortable and have lots of bad stuff happening. But some people are used to feeling bad and find a sort of comfort in it, even when things are tough. People who come from happier places and are now living here sometimes hide how special they are. This hiding is important for what's happening in the world right now. Hi, I'm Samuel, and I want to tell you about what happened to me when I almost died. It all started after I went to see someone who claimed to be able to help me with alternative medicine, but they didn't really know what they were doing. This visit made me really sick and led to my near-death experience. At home, feeling sick, but not realizing how serious it was, I was lying in bed. It felt like something heavy was on my chest, like a really heavy weight dropping down. At one point, I decided to just let go, even though I knew it might mean I would die. But strangely, instead of feeling worse, I felt more alive. The pain went away, and it was like my breathing and heartbeat disappeared into a buzzing feeling, like my whole body was just electricity. Then, I saw this incredibly bright and comforting light, like 1,000 suns all at once. It felt like I knew this light, like I'd forgotten about it but now remembered. Saying goodbye to my loved ones didn't make me sad. It felt more like stepping into a place where there was no pain, just love and thankfulness. As I crossed into this place, I went through my whole life again, from when I was a kid to being an adult. This happened just before my 29th birthday. When I looked back on my life, I remembered the big moments more than all the small stuff. The early memories were happy and nice, but when I got to kindergarten, around 4 or 5 years old, I remembered being mean to a friend and making her cry. During my near-death experience, I saw that moment from different angles, from my perspective, my friends, and even from a sort of divine point of view. Even though there was no judgment from this divine point of view, I felt really sorry and understood how my actions had hurt my friend. During my life review, I saw times when I was true to myself and times when my ego got in the way. I saw every kind thing I did and every time I acted selfishly. After this review, I felt like I was surrounded by 4 loving souls radiating pure love and joy. It was so overwhelming, like it was too big to fit inside my human body. It was beyond words, even unconditional love, to describe how amazing it felt. During this state, I received what felt like a download of information, a sacred and quiet exchange with profound significance for my future. It felt like something to be opened and understood later, a moment of shedding attachments to earthly concerns. Then, I found myself in a state of expansive bliss. Time didn't exist. I was engulfed in infinity. Yet it felt as if I stood, gazing out at the universe. I felt at home, as if this state was my true essence. All the labels and beliefs I had about myself melted away. No longer was I defined by my hobbies or preferences. I was simply me, unburdened and free, feeling more alive and content than ever before. I heard a voice telling me it wasn't my time to stay. My initial response was a firm no. It wasn't a verbal exchange, but more like waves of thought communicating. Despite the insistence to return, I resisted, feeling entirely fulfilled in this blissful state. However, the message became clearer. It wasn't just about me. I was urged to return and help others remember their true selves. Understanding this, I reluctantly agreed. Suddenly, I felt a force propelling me back into my body. Upon re-entering, I was met with excruciating pain and the sharpness of reality. Opening my eyes, I found my husband by my side, trying to wake me. When he asked where I had been, I simply replied, "I died." Reflecting on the experience, I realized that I've always had an awareness of higher and lower realms, a knowledge ingrained in me since childhood. The near-death experience served as a prompt to reconnect with this understanding and to share it with others. Despite my initial reluctance due to fear of judgment, I recognized the importance of helping others remember their true essence, just as I had been reminded of mine. I wasn't planning on discussing this, but I believe there's a distinction between higher and lower realms, with Earth falling somewhere in between. People from higher realms and perhaps lower realms inhabit Earth, causing varying degrees of chaos. Those from lower realms may find comfort in turmoil and suffering, whereas those from higher realms often hide their true brightness. However, there's a significant shift happening. People with higher consciousness are waking up and assisting in uplifting humanity. This isn't about division, it's about realizing we are all interconnected. As we raise collective consciousness, suffering diminishes and balance is restored. In this awakening, we remember our infinite souls and our ability to manifest desires. Interestingly, our desires evolve with higher consciousness. It's not just about material wealth, it's about elevating the planet's vibration. As we align with this higher frequency, abundance naturally flows to us, not out of ego, but from a collective desire for elevation. I believe 2024 might be a bit of a roller coaster ride. There's significant astrological activity. Even though I'm not an astrologer myself, I can sense shifts happening. There's an awakening occurring, but some souls resist change and cling to the status quo, despite acknowledging the existing problems. As we ascend to higher frequencies, those resistant to change may feel uneasy. This shift could bring more visibility to beings from higher realms, those on the path of ascension. It's time for them to step out of hiding and share their light, which might discomfort those attached to lower vibrational behaviors. The heart emits a powerful frequency, the most potent we possess. This frequency is inherent. There's no need to search for it externally. By shedding false identities and embracing our true selves, our heart frequency naturally elevates. Manifestation through love is simple. Radiate unconditional love and watch it return to you. Manifesting from lack or greed isn't beneficial in the long run. Spiritual progress is our true legacy. You won't be taking material possessions with you when you leave this world. What truly matters is the spiritual progress you've made during your time here. Rather than fearing death, focus on preparing for your ascension. Ascension isn't about increasing frequency as if you lack something. It's about uncovering your true essence and radiating that frequency as a soul. Many people already possess this radiant frequency, often glimpsed in moments of joy and happiness. It serves as a reference point, reminding us of our true nature. Asking yourself, "Who am I?" can lead to profound insights as your soul responds. The ultimate goal, I believe, is ascension and enlightenment. As we align with our soul's essence, we contribute to humanity's collective ascension. This can take various forms, from small acts of love and kindness to larger-scale efforts. Your soul's purpose is inherent. Sometimes it's so obvious that it's challenging to recognize. Yet, clues are everywhere if we're willing to look. Ultimately, it's about embracing who you are and how you can serve humanity with your unique frequency. Your purpose might be staring you in the face, waiting to be acknowledged and embraced. I believe people often worry about their purpose here. The most important thing you can do is to embody love in all its forms. Your unique expression of love is perfect for you. There's no need to compare yourself to others. Whether it's big or small, if it resonates with your heart, it's meaningful. Sometimes your purpose might scare you, but that's a sign you're on the right track. From personal experience, I know that in higher realms, everything makes sense and there's no suffering. However, when we come back to Earth, we can forget our true essence and struggle to fulfill our purpose amid the challenges of human life. Despite the difficulties, it's crucial to stay connected to your heart. Remind yourself that you are love and everything is happening for a reason. Instead of dwelling on the story of your trauma, find ways to raise your frequency. Engage in activities that bring you joy and help you break free from negative thought patterns.